Three, two, one. What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're continuing our Star Wars Mandalorian review. This episode was fucking shit, wasn't it?
I think it's getting worse. This
I'm
season's
actually
been.
gonna stop watching this show. Like, I'm sick of it.
It's actually gonna make me stop watching Star Wars. Like, I'll never watch
Yeah.
the original ones again because of this TV show.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Like some stupid Jedi jumping about all over the place.
Is that a squid in her head or something like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, so this is chapter 13, episode 5 of season 2, The Jedi. Fuck me, Stephen. This episode.
Yeah.
Directed and written by Dave Filoni, who is fucking single-handedly Steven
Restoring.
Star Wars. Steven Star Wars. I seen a guy review this episode, and someone said this is like the best Star Wars that I've seen since, like, I think he said
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, he's, in my opinion, it was probably Empire, but he said Revenge of the Sith. You got it all. You got like everything you want from a Star Wars movie. You finally got lightsaber fucking fights as well. Before we actually get into the nitty gritty of the actual story, what was your opinion on it?
I really, really enjoyed it. I've just watched this.
An hour ago, just probably.
Yeah. So I just finished it about an hour ago. So I haven't had a chance to like go online and like look at like reviews and see if the episode is like really highly rated or anything. It obviously will be.
Yeah, you can tell.
I think this episode gave us a bit of everything. You know, it followed the same Mandalorian format. So it was like a typical Mandalorian episode wherever he goes to a new planet and there's a task for him to do. But it also, for the first time, it talked about the Force.
Yeah.
And there was a Jedi, and I was like, okay, so it's been Star Wars, and it felt like Star Wars the whole way through, but now it's Star Wars. You know what I mean? Because it's actually about the Force.
And what's annoying about this whole Mandalorian thing is like when they give you a sort of topic of interest, i.e., like Boba Fett, and they give you Ahsoka Tano stuff. You're like, all right, but then the next episode they always fucking delay it. They're like, for fuck's sake, I want to see more about this here. Well, this episode, the first fucking scene is Ahsoka.
Yep.
Just running through the fucking this forest of a Corvus, I think it's called, the planet, and just fucking killing people, straight up murdering these people. Like, they're not stormtroopers, but they're fucking may as well be as pathetic as stormtroopers because they had fucking no chance against this person. So Rosario Dawson playing Ahsoka is just great. I thought she looked well. I thought the character was done really well and really badass. My biggest problem with Ahsoka, this is probably going to show how little I know about Rebels and shit and maybe the Clone Wars, but obviously she was in the Clone Wars, but where does she go in between the original movies?
I don't know. See, that again, I don't really know an awful lot about Clone Wars and Rebels.
I assume she died because of that there, but...
So I'd imagine that she had made reference at the end that there's another Jedi that might come. Maybe she's talking about Obi-Wan.
I think
whenever she sort of said that.
Because this is straight after Return of the Jedi. And I reckon they'll probably throw Luke in there.
Possibly. Yeah, so I don't know. I'd imagine obviously after the Clone Wars and stuff, there's just certain Jedi scattered about the galaxy, but the Jedi Order is obviously fallen. But even the fact that we're talking about this, like, we've been talking about the Mandalorian now for like fucking nearly 2 years, but now we're talking about the Jedi and the Fallen Order and the Clone Wars, and it's like,
bringing it all together, man. They didn't just fucking shoehorn these Jedis into your face in the first episode. You didn't hear talk about the Jedi in the first season out there, and that's what's so good about it here. They built the storyline, they built the characters really well. That they stand alone, but now they're going to start introducing like these characters and potentially Luke Skywalker, man. Like, imagine that they're ending, and obviously it's going to be fucking CGI and shit, but I reckon that's where they're going, because at this part he's the only Jedi around, you know, after Return of the Jedi, and he needs to rebuild the Jedi Order and the Jedi Temple, which we've seen in the subsequent sequels with Force Awakens, Last Jedi, etc. and also. So I think this is where it's going. But what I loved about the idea of this episode, we finally get a backstory about Baby Yoda as well. You know, he's called Grogu.
Yeah.
Grogu, and he was around. He was getting trained in Coruscant during the prequels, and because of the rise of the Empire, he was smuggled out. But then the idea who smuggled him out, and then she's able to communicate through the Force to Baby Yoda or Grogu and understand his story and what happened. But then basically he says it goes black It's too.
He's way older than I thought he was. I confused the timeline there. Obviously, it's not Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's dead, but yeah, it must be Luke that they're talking about. But he's way older than we thought he was.
I think he's
he's not.
Well, we found it in the first episode. He's like 50-something years old.
Oh yeah, I suppose I wasn't really thinking like that because I just associate him with like a 3-month-old baby.
Yeah, I don't know. So what Ahsoka basically talking to him is able to find out that he actually had to suppress his ability, i.e. the Force, because they basically stay hidden. That's something we also know what Obi-Wan did when he was on Tatooine. He suppressed the Force, so that means they couldn't detect him. So we're hearing this backstory from Baby Yoda, and he went through all this shit. But the interesting part, like, where has he been during this time? Like, who got him out of Coruscant? Like during the rise of the Empire, there's talk online it was Mace Windu, and there's talk of Mace Windu coming into this here. I'm like, no way, no way,
that would be class. That would be amazing.
Because after he falls out the window by Anakin, he slowly runs and gets him and attacks him. And we also find out that he's being trained by many Jedi. Like, was he trained by Yoda? Like, or is he Yoda's kid? Like, I know it's probably like this is too much of a stretch, but like.
Yeah, he looks like him.
He looks like him as well, and
I was going through the idea that he was like a clone of Yoda, like that kind of thing. But I don't know. It's kind of leaving it all there. But I don't know. I'm trying to, as I said before, like I'm trying not to get too far ahead of myself with theories and rumors because you only get let down. Like look at that, like. We're expecting now Mace Windu to be, and if he's not, I'm gonna be like, well, where's Mace? We're expecting Mace Windu and Luke Skywalker to turn up, and then they don't turn up. Like it's fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, for the episode itself, like one thing, whenever the Mandalorian Mando had landed, and he was speaking to that woman, and I was just like the bad girl. And I was just like, I can't wait for her to get it. You know, knew she was gonna die. Like I was like,
again,
these people are so naive. Like
that's what I like about Star Wars. Like the bad guys are obviously bad guys. They're not like I mean, like I think on like the sequel ones, they kind of tried to make it a bit more layered in them. Maybe all these bad guys are actually work for the good guys and bad guys, and the guys sells the fucking the weapons.
That's Jedi,
But then what Star Wars is blatant bad guys versus blatant good guys. This is what it is. Maybe Mando's a bit torn and all too, but like when she came in there, like she's a bad person. And to the point where she actually is torturing people. How dark was that scene when he's walking into that wee town and he's seen them three basically prisoners getting electrocuted, getting made stand there.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was dark.
I also loved that you had Ahsoka fighting the bad person with the lightsaber.
Her Majesty or something we call her.
Yeah, you also had that contrasted with Mando squaring up to the guy, and you were kind of thinking, like, oh, they should be fighting, but in my head I was like, right, no, we're getting the lightsaber scene.
Yeah.
This is going to be a straight Western shootout. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was like, I love that it's not Mando fighting too, because we've seen Mando fight so many times that they're allowing like just this is for the Jedi, like the Jedi's fighting. Let's watch the Jedi fight. And then Mando's just going to shoot these people in the fucking face. Yeah, and that was it.
You got it all. You got a backstory of Baby Yoda. You got like obviously lightsaber fights. It was the first time we've seen proper lightsaber fights. Like good, entertaining. Just her with the white lightsaber and everything and all too. Just like I'm a fan of the Clone Wars, but I'm not obsessed with them. I watched episodes. I've never watched it all fully and all too. But how satisfying is that episode? If you were a massive like Rebels fan or even like the Clone Wars fan and all too, that was just must have been fucking quite emotional watching that scene. Like, but yeah. So when we have Ahsoka fighting, I think the woman's called.
Her name. They give her the name.
Yeah, her Majesty. Is that her Majesty or something? You call her or something?
They give her a name, but then obviously that she mentioned that you're going to say about Thrawn.
Oh man,
which is another big thing. There's another big, and that's just a nod for Star Wars fans. I thought she was going to mention, again, I'm terrible with names, but our main bad guy, Gus, basically from Breaking Bad. I thought that's who she was going to mention, but like obviously, so obviously Thrawn is behind this too. There's more going on, but then I don't know. Again, I don't know if we're going to follow that storyline. I think we're following the Mandalorian storyline. I don't know if we're going to follow the Thrawn.
Do you think they're almost setting up potential spin-off TV shows? Yeah. Like we've seen it with what was it, Bo-Katan? Like she's definitely getting a TV show. Like she's that TV show is getting written now, you know. And we know how well Star Wars and Disney can actually fucking make a TV show. So now the Kenobi series coming out next year is going to be fucking so highly anticipated. Now we got a potential Bo-Katan TV show spin-off and now Ahsoka. TV show as well, because like here I want to follow her because I fucking love Rosario Dawson. So I'm like, I'm happy enough to watch that as well. It's so I almost felt a wee bit not empty, but I'm getting to the point where does this Mandalorian TV show go now? Because the idea was getting the Jedi, so he gets into Ahsoka, and she basically says, I can't. Her reason for not training him is because of his attachment to Mando.
I like that.
It was good, and obviously the conversation turns really dark when she's talking about that there, because for people who don't know, Ahsoka is the Padawan of Anakin Skywalker. So she talks about how she's seen good people who are strong with the Force turn because of that there, because their loyalty or their love for another person, i.e. Anakin's love for Padme, and because of that they're turned into the dark side, and he fucking murdered fucking all the kids and shit. So she's like, I don't want to train him, because if I train him and something happens to you, like, he can turn on the dime. That's what you'd always say. No, fear leads to the dark side.
Yep.
So part of me is like, all right, so even though I'm happy, that scene where he's given Grogu or Baby Yoda to Ahsoka, I was like,
he's always going to be Baby Yoda. Like,
I know.
Like,
I was like, oh no, it's so sad. No, don't give him away. And then she was like, no, you keep him and go.
I knew he wasn't going to.
Yeah, I know.
There's no way.
But like, so why is the goal then? Like,
I don't know. I think we're going to go find this big sacred stone.
Yeah, and that's what I'm hoping to be like. Okay, my oh fuck was that? Shit. I don't know. What do you think is going to happen now? So that's why I get the goal of this Mandalorian episode or this TV show was we're with him to give Baby Yoda back to the Jedi, and now the Jedi saying they can't train him. So where is the goal then? Where's the end goal then? Is he just going to raise him his whole life, or?
I don't know. I'd imagine the next couple of episodes are going to be our Mandalorian on random planets, killing random dudes, doing random side quests, and then eventually I don't think the next episode he's going to be on this stepping stone thing. Like, I think that's going to take a long time. That might even be the finale. You know what I mean? That might be where they're kind of going with it there. But I like
Luke
that I
shows
don't
up. Sorry.
Yeah, I like that I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know at all.
But then we have Boba Fett. I've been talked about Boba Fett. Like when I seen the first episode,
I don't think he's going to be a big thing. I wouldn't surprise me if we don't see him again.
Nah, come on.
I wouldn't. I mean, he might, but I just don't.
But it's weird because, like,
I don't really care.
When we watched the first episode, we were just like, fuck me. Well, I know you're not a big, massive Boba Fett fan, but most of the Star Wars universe was like, fucking Boba Fett, this is amazing. We haven't talked about him. That's how good this TV show has, like, expanded in literally 3 episodes. And people talk about episode 2 and episode 4 weren't that great, but slow and all too. Like,
they were class.
But this is what I was leading to. You can't just throw these fucking storylines, these characters into the mix straight away. You need to drop them in subtly, and that's why John Favreau, or his name is, and Dave Filoni are doing John Favreau and Dave Filoni are doing so fucking well. You know what I mean? Like, like they're setting this up so well to the point where, like, we have like potentially like 5 or 4 bad guys. Yeah, and then 5 are fucking spin-offs and shit. And we are potentially going to get Luke Skywalker in this season, which I think is happening. I think it's going to be back.
I think possibly you think back like to when Mandalorian comes out, and then people are going, "What other TV shows are we going to get? Are we going to get an Obi-Wan? Are we going to get this? Maybe?" And to me, I was always thinking like, no, that's just wait, because the Mandalorian's going to come out. There's going to be characters in the Mandalorian that you're going to go, fuck, I would love to see a TV show on, and then that's the TV shows we'll get.
Yeah.
So like exactly. you can never know. Like people are like before trying to be like, give me a Yoda TV show.
We've seen Yoda. We've seen Yoda. We know Yoda's fucking story. Like, there's no point of us telling us here. What did he do between episode 2 and 3? Oh, he fought people. I was like, yeah, I kind of guessed that. I want to know other. This is a galaxy. Not everything should be related to the overall, like the movies. Like, give me a Bo-Katan TV show now. Like, I want to see.
Not everyone needs to be Palpatine's kid.
Yeah. You reckon Bo-Katan's Palpatine's like niece or something?
I don't know. I think Palpatine was just out there dick swinging.
All right. So what would you give this? Yeah. What would you give this episode out of 10?
Oh, this is a 9. Like, it definitely is.
I think I say yeah.
9.5.
I give 9 because I give the very first episode I think 8.8.5. So I give this a 9 just because Ahsoka, Rosario Dawson was just amazing in it there, getting me backstory from Baby Yoda as well and all too, and just again setting up potential TV shows in the future. And I'm almost thinking to myself, like, Star Wars should just stay with TV shows.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, don't.
I don't want another trilogy, another Skywalker trilogy or some shit,
But
you know?
because also as well, like if you get a bad TV show, you can almost like discredit it. Then if you get a bad
Yeah,
movie, though, it's hard to.
yeah.
Like it's part
It's
of the
hard.
universe. It's
Yeah,
there. It's
it's a
out
bad
there.
taste in your mouth. Like the me, I keep thinking like, oh, like this is going to lead to this First Order crap. You know what I
Shut up.
mean?
Well, maybe it'll give you a better like feeling or like
I know.
something towards that first order then, because you know where they came from. Maybe it probably won't. I don't reckon there's gonna be a direct cut. It's gonna end in fucking
No,
Rebels.
I know, but I'm just like I don't like that comes next. You know what I mean?
I know, but just enjoy this here, fuck's sake. I've been so negative, so negative. You're just a negative person, fuck's sake. Right. Anyway, that was our review of episode 5, season 2, The Jedi
Chapter
Mandalorian.
13.
Chapter 13, The Jedi again. The
Star
Jedi.
Wars, it's awesome.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching the video. Please like, comment and subscribe. Just to let you know, we've got similar content available on the channel if you want to check it out.
We also do our own podcast called MCPodcasting, where we cover a range of topics from politics, sports, and even movies.
We basically just talk a lot of shit.
We argue a lot as well on it there, but all the links are below. We're on all major platforms, Spotify, iTunes, and is there any other?
That's the main ones, yeah.
Yeah, it's the main one.
Just check out the podcast, and if there's any sort of videos you want us to react to, drop us a comment on the YouTube videos, and we'll be sure to check it out.
Oh, if you want to make fun of us, then go ahead. We don't care.
Be nice.
Be nice.
In fairness, we don't really get that many comments.
No, don't.
Yeah.
Stop looking at me.
Okay.